All right, welcome to video number 2 in series number 2, which is a continuation from series number 1, which was all about sort of coming up with a plan and then coming up with a short iteration, then releasing and just getting better at practicing releasing. And then the lessons learned from that were I definitely need to continue doing smaller iterations. And so I lined up about 7 or 8 different projects where I'm going to do a small feature, a short iteration on each of those. But the big goal is to release a clip or a demo so that I can solicit feedback. Because that's something that I haven't been doing very much of. And the point of that was to say, hey, is the thing I'm working on fun? And just to practice that and get better at it, improve my pipeline so I can do it quicker and more easily. And there's some big takeaways from just this first project, and the first one being Astropop. I added a mining laser to Astropop, and that was going to be my first post and ask for feedback. And so there it is. Still have the minigun, but the mining laser is more efficient, so you'll get more resources out of it if you use it. They both destroy, but so that's it. So I recorded a clip of my mining laser. I'm not super thrilled with it, but it was enough. I finished the feature. But that's kind of my big takeaway here is that this is the kind of thing I do all the time is I'll do something okay enough like this. I won't go far enough and make this super sexy like I need to, right? This is just okay. And so I didn't realize that until after I started putting together the clip going, well, this kind of sucks. I don't really want to share this. I'm not ready to share this. I would have to do more work and I don't want to do more work. I want to do more iterations. And and that's a problem that I need to solve. So anyway, I posted it. What can I improve about this mining laser? And a few lessons learned from this is don't post in mobile format because it's super tiny and you can barely see the laser. I did get 4 upvotes, 1 comment. Out of 1,400 views, it's pretty terrible overall, but to be expected. And that's what's kind of waking me up, a little slap in the face that I was expecting, so it didn't hurt as bad. But the other bizarre thing that I came across was that, so I posted, what can I improve about this mining laser? And then I looked below this because I had to search for mining lasers since Reddit's really terrible about giving you like a list of your recent posts. But this next person from 2 years ago posted, I just finished adding a mining laser to my Godot space game. Any suggestions to make it look better? That's exactly my post. And so I had to look at it, of course, and wow, okay, that's impressive. And and so this guy's been working on this game for a long time. And I think I remember seeing this way back in the day. And it's really cool. And it's actually one of the directions I was daydreaming of Astro Pop heading in, which is this modular ship design where all your modules are actually there and can be destroyed and fall off like Legos. So they're already doing it. So it's definitely not a direction I'm going to go in. And one of the things I did was I went on itch.io to check them out and just to see a little bit more about the game. And I was like, wow, this game is actually really far along. And I assumed that it was done. But then if you look at all these systems, they got weapon systems and they got the status, storage, all these cool things that I have been daydreaming of having, especially like the storage things and the energy for the laser, storage for the resources, all the same ideas and thoughts. And I probably somehow subconsciously took some of them from here from years ago. Yeah, really cool. I mean, it's really deep and awesome. And so, but I was looking for updates and I was like, oh, wow, 2024, maybe he's just done and moved on. And so I pinged him and said, hey, what's the status of this game? Seems pretty awesome. He's like, well, I've got life, I've got family, I've got Godot 3 to Godot 4 conversions, and I've got netcode that needs to be updated, all these things. So just another, you know, awesome developer who happens to be in a very similar situation as the rest of us, trying to do a lot of things and work on a super epic project, your dream project kind of a thing. And it's just hard to do. It's hard to keep going. The weight of it gets pretty big. I'm not saying that's what's going on here, but it seems like it could be very similar to what we're dealing with. So, and then I found another on Reddit just below that guy's post. There was another one, another Godot space top-down space game, and I was like, okay, not competing with this group of people, hoping it's a group of people because it's crazy. They got space whales, all sorts of stuff, and this game is like epic. So tons of content and dialogue and things, and it's crazy. So I'm going to add this one to my wish list, actually. So the big takeaway for me there is that my mining laser sucked. I need to do better. So that's going to be what I'm going to be focusing on going forward for the rest of the projects, the 7 or so remaining. And the other, what's the other thing? So just, a quick note to myself. It's just like super valuable to think of any of my existing projects, old or new, and go, okay, if I had 10 seconds to demonstrate this to somebody, the best part of my game, the funnest part of my game, the most exciting part of my game, what 10 seconds would it be? And if you go through that mental exercise with your game, what would you show? And would it truly be fun and exciting and interesting? And if not, that would probably be a concern. So, I mean, if you chop it up, you could show a bunch of little quick bits, but I'm thinking like what your core feature, 10 seconds of your core feature, and does that come across as fun? We got a drop here from Indie Game Clinic. Actually, they dropped this morning or yesterday morning, I forget. And it's exactly what we're talking about right here. So we're checking out. And then what else? Oh, I was going to show my numbers just to share those really quick from my series 1. If I can find them here somewhere. So I'm doing okay. Got plenty of views. I'm happy with the views. I'm not looking for anything above what's here. Got 1 comment, which was great. Exciting to get my first comment. And then a bunch of likes, which is nice. And this is more than enough. I'm not looking to be a YouTuber. I'm looking just to share the experience and to kind of, drive some improvements into myself and maybe share some of those with others who are struggling with the same things. So that's where we're at with this series. And what we're going to do next is, if I jump back to it, is we are going to dive into a graveyard project, and we are going to dig it up and we are going to look at the Frankenstein code and see if we can get everything up to date and running and then demoable, and then share that as a clip and see if we can get some reactions and engagement. And I'm thinking, I guess my record right now is 4 upvotes, and so we're going to try to beat that with this one, and I'm thinking we can do it. So with that, we will see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.